Okay, yard fanatics, welcome back to Bermuda Grass Central with BYD, Big Yard Dog. Guys, the season has started and some of you guys have weeds in your lawn. All right, now I know the majority of you guys follow BYD's advice. You put down your pre-emergent and you went ahead and treat for broadleaf weeds also. Now, one of the things that you're trying to figure out is if I didn't do that and I'm starting to get a green up and I have these weeds in my lawn, what can I use? Well, I'm gonna show you a professional product, which is a professional weed and feed by Sunniland. Stay tuned. Okay, yard fanatics, look, I get the question all the time, BYD, can I use a weed and feed? For the average homeowner, yes, you can use a weed and feed product. Okay, but some of you guys have been saying online, just, you know, don't use a weed and feed. Weed and feeds are excellent for the average homeowner. The product that I'm about to show you is what I call a trifecta weed and feed product. This product is made by Sunniland and it's a weed and feed. It's a 2006 and it's probably going to be your best choice to put on your lawn to kill weeds, to feed your lawn, and here comes the trifecta. This formula has a micronutrient in it also. Now guys, most of your weed and feed formulas don't have a micronutrient in it. Most of them just have a herbicide and you get the general nitrogen to help boost the lawn. This one does three things: feeds the lawn, kills weeds at the same time. The Trimec herbicide is known in the professional industry, and this particular Trimec, like I said, guys, I hadn't seen anything like this. This stuff kills, okay? And besides from all the killing and feeding the lawn, you're gonna get some micronutrients to help boost the soil also, all right? Look, just get right to it. Okay, yard fanatics, look, before I start this video, let me go ahead and say that I would love to thank and like to thank Sunniland for sponsoring this video. Sunniland has agreed to sponsor BYD's yard for the entire season, guys. That means spring, summer, and fall, guys. All right? So this video is sponsored by Sunniland Professional Products, all right? Guys, look, this is the weed and feed bag right here. And like I said, you want to weed and feed like a professional. I told you about the trifecta effect of this weed and feed formula. This weed and feed formula is a 2006. It's good for all grasses. It basically says it on the bag: fescue, Kentucky bluegrass, Bermuda grass, zoysia, centipede. I'm trying to think of the other one. St. Augustine, and what's that, Bahia? However you say it, Bahia lawns. Good for all that stuff, guys. Now it says it greens 3 times longer, which means it has a poly-coated formula, guys. It'll feed your lawn up to 4 months, but I would really say 3 months in my estimation of doing lawns for all this time for this poly-coated stuff. Normally you're going to get 3 good months of it. Now it has a 50% slow release nitrogen in it, and it has 50% fast release. So you're going to get a boost of nitrogen off the rip, then you're going to get a slow release, so that's why it lasts over a period of time. Guys, that herbicide is going to kill current weeds if you have them. It's going to kill those micro weeds that you can't see that's down in the lawn. And basically, let me go ahead and show you what this looks like, and I will show you how to apply it. Okay, yard fanatics, applying this couldn't be more easier. And guys, bear in mind, this is a 50-pound bag, so it has a little weight to it. Normally when I cut my bag, I just cut it like this. I don't cut it all the way open because I want to be able to close it up. But take it, pour it in the spreader. And I just did the cardinal sin and poured it over my lawn. But look, guys, once you got it in there, you need to find your spreader settings. Okay, yard fanatics, now this is something that I find that people do wrong. They don't read the directions on the bag. They just start spreading, man. They'll look at these videos and they won't get all the information. Anybody that watches a Bermuda Grass Central video, you know BYD always states, read your directions before you apply any product to your lawn. Now guys, with any weed and feed, the first thing you must make sure is that your lawn has been watered or is moist. You do not apply a weed and feed to a dry lawn. To get the best possible results, the yard has to be wet or moist before you apply. All right. Best time to apply is when you have that early morning dew on it, but it must be wet, guys. Now, for the guys who are beginners, I do have an excellent video that you need to watch that shows you how to apply a weeding feed for beginners. Okay, BYD, but it's not really going to be moist in the morning. We don't really get a lot of morning dew because our temperatures stay kind of high. Best thing you need to do then, get one of these puppies right here, water that lawn before you apply your weeding feed. Now guys, once you apply this weeding feed, you need to let it sit on the lawn for a couple of days. Don't apply it and then turn around and water it. Make sure you read these directions. They will explain that to you. But you need to let it sit on the lawn for a couple of days after you applied it to a wet lawn. So BYD, why do I need to do that? One of the reasons you need to do that, because if it lands on any of the broadleaf weeds that you have, or any of the micro weeds, those weeds will start to feed on that herbicide that's in that formula. It's going to start to kill it from the top down. A couple of days later, when you water it in, see that rain cloud? When you water it in, it's going to get down into the soil. Then it's going to start killing the root from the bottom up. Now, bear in mind, like I said, this is a high quality herbicide. It's going to do some serious weed killing. So you see I turned the sprinkler on, and you just got to let it run until you get this grass moist on top. We're not trying to saturate this yard, but we want to make sure the top of those leaves are wet so we can go ahead and apply this weed and feed so we can get the best possible results. So now that you watered your yard, now is the time to go ahead and spread your weed and feed. Remember, you can use a drop spreader, but a broadcast spreader works better because it's a faster application. Guys, if you are using the DLX with the edge guard on it, I normally apply mine without the edge guard because I get a wider application range. But if you're a novice and you're scared that you may get some in your plant beds or on the concrete, then yes, turn the edge guard on. Okay, yard fanatics, look, after you spreaded your weed and feed, Sunniland Weed and Feed 2006, this is how it should look. All right. Once again, I referenced that video for beginners on how to use a weed and feed, but you can see this weed right here has kind of some big leaves, and some of these granulars have landed on the weeds. So what happens, because it's wet, it's kind of sticking to it. And once it'll start feeding on it, and it'll start killing it from the top down. And then once we water it in, it's gonna kill from the top up. Now, I will tell you this, once you apply weed and feed, stay off the lawn until it's watered in and it's dry. Because if you walk back and forth, and you can see I kind of tapped some of it and it fell off, you don't want none of that to fall off. Now, as far as your pets, keep them off till you water this in and it's dry. Generally, you got to leave it on there for a day or two. Start to yellow. You'll even see some that start to look like they're burnt. All right, they're going to start turning brown and crispy. How long does it take? Guys, it just depends. I need you to understand, when you apply stuff like this, it is not going to happen overnight. I think a lot of people get the misconception of you spray a weed and feed, or you put down a granular weed and feed, and 2 or 3 days later, the whole yard is obliterated. No weeds. Doesn't work like that. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. That's why it's very important that you get a head start on this stuff. Now, I did show you once before that it works better when you use the Sunniland 007 pre-emergent with that thiopyr. If you're using it in the spring and you have crabgrass, it can kind of catch that crabgrass ahead of time. So that 1-2 punch with that right there and this weed and feed, your yard is gonna look real good. All right, common mistakes I see people make, they don't water it in. They just put it down on dry grass and they expect for it to work. It doesn't work like that. Another common mistake I see people make, they apply and they don't cut the lawn. They literally let it sit there for 3 and 4 weeks, waiting for it to die before they cut it. Guys, 3 or 4 days after you make this application and it's watered in and dry, it's okay to start cutting. You'll put it down 2 days, well, I'll put it to you like this, 3 days before you cut your lawn, or after you apply, cut it 3 days after you apply to give it time to work. All right, and one of the great things about this formula, guys, is it's cheaper than most. I'm still trying to figure out how Sunniland is able to give you a herbicide, which is the weed part, a fertilizer, and if I'm not mistaken, it has 3% iron, and you're also getting micronutrients. Now, one of the issues is people are having a hard time finding it. If you stay in the state of Florida, Sunniland is everywhere. King of the castle, king of the hill, everybody loves it. Now, I stay in Georgia, so it's kind of spotty. I see it here and there, but I got mine at Lowe's. I'm gonna provide this number. I need you to call it 1-800-432-1130. Call Sunniland Direct. Tell them you saw this BYD video and you want to know where to get this product from, if you can pick it up. Now, I know that the guys there at Sunniland are working hard to try to get this, spread it more to more states, to more stores, to more than just 1 or 2 local stores. They're pushing real hard, guys. But if you are able to get your hands on this, get it. It's way cheaper than it is for you to buy, what's the other one? Scott's. If this video has been helpful, click that subscription button, ding that notification bell. Every time BYD uploads a video, you will be notified by YouTube. Once again, you're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.